Today, I would like to share about a latest news. India worked for a year to get China off Lanka projects, New Delhi. It took India almost a year to get China out of three islands of Jaffna Peninsula. In July 2021, India was surprised with an announcement that the Cyclone Electricity Board had decided to and awarded a contract for building hybrid renewable energy systems in three islands off the coast of Jaffna to China company Sino Solar Hybrid Technology. The three northern islands, Delft, Nagadipa, and Altif, are strategically positioned and given India's security sensitivities. Red flags went off in New Delhi. The initial survey showed that such systems were bound to fail environmental skirting. Since this was part of the mix, second, the company itself was only nominally private. The Indian government waded in with the Rajapaksa family in power in Sri Lanka. India offered to build the same systems but more environment friendly, and at the friction of the coast, the Chinese project was going to be carried through with an ADB loan as part of the supporting electricity supply reliability improvement project. China suspends Sri Lanka solar plan after Indian protest. India offered a big chunk of the money as a grant with a very small loan component on easy term. Sri Lanka had an offer it could hardly refuse. The Sri Lankan government went into a huntil, then fell silent. The Chinese, who have tremendous influence upon the Sri Lankan government, emphasized it was an ADB project with multilateral funding and all the necessary protections against accusation of a Chinese debit trap. The Sri Lankan government latched onto this explanation as a way to keep India at bay. Colombo said tried to assuage Indian concern that Chinese terms would build and live. India promised their terms would do the same. Colombo said they could not back out of an ADB project. India drew upon its goodwill catch with the ADB to mitigate Lanka inconvenience. 4 months passed. A new Chinese ambassador, Qin Shen Hong, persuaded the government to move a cabinet note saying that India had not responded with a counter proposal, so this Chinese project should go ahead. India jumped into show its formal offer made months prior and underlined that it was Sri Lanka that had been holding back. By now, Colombo had a fair sense of New Delhi's seriousness in the matter. Around the same time, the Cyclone Electricity Board agreed to sell a 40% stake in a power plant in Keravelapedia near Colombo to an American company, New Fortress Energy, which the Chinese object to. Conducts drill with India conducts drill with Lanka, Maldives on maritime security. The bolster To bolster their case, the Chinese roped in Pakistan, whose diplomats weighed in on behalf of Beijing, with Colombo including sending their press counselor on a holiday near the islands. But India was not giving up. It was finally in November that India managed to con- convince the Rajapaksa government of the viability of the Indian proposal. By the time Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa visited India last week, Sri Lanka had agreed to give the project to India after cancelling out the Chinese from their official handle. The Chinese embassy in Colombo tweeted that the suspension was due to a security concern from a third party. Beijing linked a contract with the Maldivian government on 29th November to establish solar power plants in 12 islands in the island country. The fact that China used their official Twitter handle made it clear that China was no longer maintaining the fig leaves of the company being a private one, yet another example of their wolf warrior diplomacy. This is a new article of Today News. Thank you for cooperating me, and see you again.